Fuck out of here, fool.
This is where you come to be locked in a conversation. Facts, news, opinions, debating on all the latest. Won't say that we the best, just mention us with the greatest. Even words you heard before gon' sound better when we say it. Got my ear to the streets, but my eye to the sky. I look up at the clouds, I'm thankful to be alive. Every day's a special guest, I'm thankful that it arrived. I've been blessed by the best, if you know him, you know the vibes. I've been out here chillin' with my coach G Dillon, who got his own opinions. I let him tell you what is it. Out here kicking more for less, and you don't really wanna miss it. So subscribe to the channel, leave a like with every visit is 10.
What's going on, people? We're back at you once again, the 1011 Showcast. I'm your host, DJ 1011, my co-host,
G Dillon.
Yeah, some clap, yeah, some clap, yeah, some claps. What's happening, my man, G Ball? He said his name G Dillon. I call him G Ball because he a G and he be balling.
Hey, man, I answer to all of that. But I'm all good, man.
You
I'm
good,
all good.
man? Man, I'm good too, man. I ain't gonna do no complaining. Won't be no... Hey, it ain't gonna help no motherfucking way.
It would do you no good, nigga, because I don't want to hear it.
I'm a poor motherfucker, ain't gonna do no complaining. So, you man, shit, you got motherfucker that hold a bunch of shit and complaining and shit.
Hey, man, I heard a dude, he's somebody, I can't think his name, but he said, man, if you can pay your bills and you happy, take your little trip every now and then, everything good at your house, he said, nigga, that's a win.
That's a win, man. The way they say, you wealthy, man, when you got that type of shit, when you got love and all that shit, man.
He said, we be looking at the people. He said, we think the people with the most money are the smartest. And he said, more often than not, they was just in the right place at the right time. He said, but if you can handle your business and you happy and things is good and you can do a little something for yourself and take care of yourself, go to the barber shop. He said, man, he said, you winning. You winning.
And he make me think that shit true, though, motherfucker. With the most money, they
just lucky to the motherfucker.
Like our boy John shit. The motherfucker got all that money, and he want to be motherfucking trick daddy, a thug and shit or something. What the fuck?
What Shannon Sharp say, he hustling backwards.
He hustling backwards, man. Hey, what that commercial, you go one step forward, two step backwards, till that motherfucker fell in the water. This motherfucker, man, what's going on with this motherfucker? You heard what he just said now?
No, talk to me.
He said the gun he had the second incident was a toy.
Oh, you got to. I think I did say a little something about that. I probably just.
You playing with a toy?
I think I just pushed that dumbass shit out of my mind.
Yeah, that's how you got to start doing shit like that. You can't give it no energy.
Shit like that to make you lose points on your IQ and shit.
Yeah. I used to say shit like that too. I can't be talking to these dumb motherfuckers. Motherfuckers making you stupid about a minute.
Make you dumb and shit.
Like Jay-Z, that famous lad, he said, man, he said, I can't be arguing with fool. People from a distance, they don't know who is who. They just see two motherfuckers arguing. They don't know you the fool. You done got me into this shit. Now they like, look at these ignorant motherfuckers over here and shit.
Yep.
Ja Morant finna fuck up all this money.
So,
like we just said, we happy. We just get a haircut.
We've talked about my man before and how stupid he is. But I keep coming back to the same thing, and that's leadership. And the people who are supposed to be leaders in his life are as silly, if not sillier, than some of these other motherfuckers out here in the street.
So you think?
Because think about it. His mama she's supposed to be grown and have some level of understanding of shit. She getting into it with some motherfucker at Foot Locker or wherever it was and calling him up there.
Why would you call your son, who's an NBA superstar, work for all this money? As a mama. Your mama always try to say, boy, get your ass from over there.
That stupid shit.
Yeah.
Look at his daddy.
I gotta agree
look at his daddy at the games. You see he all extra and shit, dancing around like a silly ass motherfucker. You like, what the fuck?
You know motherfucker gonna be like, wait, he can't have fun and shit.
Like, goddamn, grow the fuck up.
He just doing too much, though.
Doing too
you
damn
fun.
much.
Yeah, because people, the Carl in town, Chris Paul, them daddy be at the games all the time.
Yeah,
they be having fun. They be pumping their fist when he hit a three, but all that, like you say, all that extra shit.
What did Shannon Sharp tell that motherfucker? He's like, yeah, these young boys, I have some problem. I'll beat you up. He out here. Then I seen a video. He all out here dancing and shit. Oh, damn, nigga, sit down and watch.
Hey, but this nigga Ja, he thinks shit is a game, man. So you go. This was 2-3 weeks ago, and now you just gonna come out and say it was a toy. So the commission and them, they probably like.
Adam Silver, he seemed like a pretty fair dude.
But he was fair the first time.
He got to be sitting at his desk saying, "This motherfucker trying to clown me."
Exactly.
Like damn, this
exactly
motherfucker is trying to clown me.
Could I say that?
Clown the NBA and fuck up our brand. That's all he can be saying.
But like you said, I know when a motherfucker get all that money, it's hard to tell him a lot of stuff. But like you said, I heard his mom and them a couple instances with his sister in the school. Yeah. Like his mama called him for both of them instances. Yeah. I heard. And then like you said, where the daddy at? Cause his daddy still with his mama. Like, what you letting her? I mean, what the fuck? What's going on here?
Lack of leadership.
And he gonna somebody's a toy gun. I think he gonna get like half the season. And what you think?
It would not surprise me. I would say minimum 30 games.
That's what I pay people for. Y'all know. He ain't get paid.
Like me, I'm a little slow when it comes to like gang shit and gangster shit. Like I didn't know like he throwing up, Crip shit and whatnot.
I used to see him throwing up shit, but like you said, I ain't know exactly what it was. I mean, cause ain't no Crips and Bloods where we from.
Right. And then, I seen a couple of videos, this high level Crip, man, he like, dude need to quit that shit. That he don't know nothing about this shit. He said, nah, if he wanna holler at me, he said, I don't have no beef with him. He said, but I'll tell him about this shit and he can ride and he can see what this shit really about.
All you trying to do is set himself up to get it started. Because if you part of the mob, you got to pay the bosses now.
Right, and that's what he said.
To
he
protect
said, so
you
what?
when you go to city.
He said, so what? You want to pay the Chris for the rest of your life?
Yeah, because that's what you got to do.
And then he even said this. He said, Draymond be throwing shit up. He said, but Draymond.
For real?
He said, but Draymond. He be buying backpacks. He be sending kids back to school. He said he be in the community doing shit on the real.
Yeah.
He say so he get the pass and shit, with that shit because he.
Draymond been in California. That's where
because he worked in the community and doing this thing. He said, Ja don't do shit like that. He said, Ja ain't doing shit for us like that. He said, so he don't get that. He said, but if he really want to be a motherfucking gangster, we can,
He don't want to be no gangster. He got toy guns. What the fuck you talking about?
He like, you throwing that shit up. He's like, so who rolled you in? Who you know?
Gee, that motherfucker don't want to be no gangster. That motherfucker ride around with toy guns, so he's safe.
Toy gun.
That motherfucker say when I heard that report, man, I just put my head down. It felt like he was my son. I'd be embarrassed and shit. I was like, this motherfucker.
This is the part that really pissed me off. Our people, first of all, I was always raised to believe and feel that our people, we always supposed to strive to be a cut above the rest of these motherfuckers out there.
Yeah. I always talk about what this person did, but you supposed to be better than that.
So whenever you are trying to you comparing or you using the fact that somebody else is on some bullshit to be on bullshit yourself, that ain't no win for me. Damn that. They found some shit. Chris Kaman, he a journeyman bum in the league.
Chris Kaman was an old white guy. Well, he been out the league for a minute. He came in with Carmelo, the same year Carmelo now.
I mean, he's a decent player, rebounder.
But he wasn't no star now. And he's been gone out the league for a minute.
But they found some pictures of him at the gun store and at his house and talking about hunting and shit. He got some guns.
This the thing though.
And so they trying to make them the same. That they trying to make that even comparison. Here, this motherfucker out here riding around like it's fucking boys in the hood. But on their way to a drive-by, and that y'all act like that's the same. That shit ain't the same.
But this the thing though. They pulled up some pictures. He a white boy. He a white guy.
Absolutely, and it's a different standard. Ain't no doubt about that.
But he ain't in the NBA no more.
Nope.
He ain't in the NBA no more.
Nope.
The police didn't arrest Ja Morant.
No.
The NBA just telling him you can't do that shit. They ain't get arrested or nothing. So what they want to happen to Chris Kaman? He ain't in the league. I don't know what the fuck y'all want to happen to him. He ain't in the league no more. I can see if he was side by side with John Lee, he in the car doing it. If Ja was at a shooting range or something, they weren't gonna fuck with Ja. And his gun is legal, which I'm sure it is. That's why he hasn't been arrested.
And the people don't get it's about demonstrating responsible behavior.
That's it. Because no matter how much you be talking about that Charles Barkley commercial, I'm not a role model, you a role model to some of these kids.
And so the way that shit just look like some bullshit gangster ass shit that the league don't want to be associated with.
Paul Pierce got fired from ESPN just because he had some girls shaking ass in the background. He was smoking some weed and shit. They just didn't want to be associated with that shit.
What, he had a party like during COVID or something, didn't he? It was some wild shit.
It wasn't even crazy. They just said that they could ESPN is affiliated with Disney. They like this kid. Like they didn't want that image. They just didn't want the image. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't want kids seeing this shit. Girls back there twerking, you smoking weed and drinking and shit. And that wasn't even nothing terrible, but it's their company and they can do what the fuck they want to do and shit.
And it's just like the past discussions we've had. First thing people say, oh, he got First Amendment rights. Yeah, he got rights. But
that shit you doing to silly.
That's a private company can kick you the fuck out because they don't, if you fucking with their image. The government can't do nothing to you. But this a private company, a private entity that's paying you. They can determine what they feel is good and not good in terms of you representing them. And that's any company.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's any company. And the NBA ain't no different. They not feeling that shit. They like this shit is silly.
Ain't no different. Ain't no different than your old lady wanting West. They do with her ass hanging out, and then the women be like some. Oh, you let him tell you. You be like, I ain't tell her what to wear. She can't be with me. She can wear what the fuck she want to wear. You can't be with me like that. You can't
be with some other.
You can be with some other motherfucker. And that's the same shit. Ja can do that shit all he want to. You can't be in the NBA and do that. So I don't know why people get that. And he talking about it's a fucking toy. That shit. I know Adam Silver laid in the bed with his wife like, you know what I want to say. He said, this nigga think I'm crazy. Adam Silver got the big ass ears and she probably laying there like, this nigga think I'm crazy.
I know he like this motherfucker. This motherfucker think I'm a fool. Baby,
23-year-old.
Baby, I think he must think you a fool too.
Yeah, exactly. For being with me.
He think we all fools.
This 23-year-old motherfucker think he gonna run game. But hey, I don't even want to talk. I would look in the camera like I did before and say, Ja, listen to me. I mean, I ain't got no words for him at this
Whatever
point.
they do to your dumb ass, you deserve.
Yeah, and I don't want that. So before y'all be talking about,
but where's his daddy at? Why he ain't saying?
And before y'all be talking about, two black men up here bad. Nah, we
this motherfucker all at the games, all on the sideline dancing and shit at halftime.
You know that somebody look like Usher, you think he Usher and shit.
He do. He really do.
Yeah, they had him silent. They was sitting at the game together.
All this shit happened. That motherfucker was silent. He running silent now.
And that's the thing. Yeah, he's silent now.
But see, I'm gonna tell you, and it's all how you raise a motherfucker. Like the way I was raised, and I wasn't like my parents weren't like super strict or nothing like that, but that was an understanding. Motherfucker, you need to handle this shit like we tell you to handle it. So at some point, at any point, if I had come into making a bunch of money or been an athlete or whatever, my old man still would have been, I don't give a fuck how much money I got in my pocket. My old man still gonna be able to tell me, hey man, you need to put a check on that, silly shit. Because you still out here representing us.
And you still got my last name.
And all that dumb shit you talking about, we ain't feeling none of that. And guess what? I'm gonna be like, all right, yes sir. You know what I'm saying? Like Shaq talked about his old man. I don't give a shit how much money he had.
Shaq like damn near 8 feet tall. His old man looking up to him like, man, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
None of that matter.
And if you don't want to give me no money because I'm telling you the right thing, oh well. See, they be worrying about the money. He ain't gonna get the tickets. He ain't gonna give. But real parents be like, I don't give a fuck. You don't give me nothing. You ain't finna sit in my face and I let you sit here and drown and shit.
Well,
and then, I ain't said nothing.
And then because of that dynamic, they killing money.
Yeah.
You killing money. Now, if Nike say, you know what, this $250 million deal is null and void.
Yeah, I mean, cause even with if he get 30, 40 games, he gonna miss out probably like on $15, $20 million and shit. Cause that's unpaid. And then I talked to a motherfucker, they talking about, oh, that ain't nothing to him. I said, do y'all see how stupid y'all saying? $20 million to Puffy. Tell Puffy, oh, you just want to throw away $20 million? Hell no. Hey, why you think Puffy and people get permits, all that? Because they don't want to be fined. That's a throwaway money and shit.
Hey, a $5 billion corporation, somebody make a $20 million mistake, they getting fired.
They gonna get fired. He might try to lock you up because he gonna think you stole it. He gonna have a motherfucking investigation. He found out you took 20. He gonna be like, he a billionaire. He gonna be like, I don't give a fuck. You that's $20 million, motherfucker. Man. That's generational money right there. That's generational money. We ain't say $20 million, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So y'all be sounding silly.
Warren Buffett still riding an old ass car. Cause he said buying a new car when this one's still working good is a waste of money.
Yeah, and we know how much money he got. That motherfucker got
enough money. They damn near ready to put his face on some money.
And he got one foot in the grave, one on banana peel, and he's still thinking like that. He could be old and be like, fuck it, I'm finna go anyway soon. That motherfucker still think like that. Cause he's setting up them generations. But Ja Morant, I don't want y'all talking about we up here bash black man. We just telling the truth. Trying to tear him down, but he's a dumb motherfucker. But I got to keep it real. Because
this is kind of off topic a little bit, but it's a big difference between old money and young money.
Oh yeah.
Like the company, the people that we work for. Yeah. When they first came, everybody was thinking they gonna be coming up in the big limo and whatnot and all that. Man, they came up riding in a Plymouth Reliant K
and billionaires.
Brown
and billionaires.
They came over. They was out there at the door before anybody knew who they was and shit. Cause that's how they roll. They ain't out here all flashy.
And I ain't saying you can't be flashy, but the dumb shit, the extra dumb shit. Some of the shit I wouldn't buy. But that's the type of trouble. That's the way I expect to be talking about Ja. Like, look at this dumb up about $10 million watch. I expect to be not this shit we talking about, fucking gun shit. I expect him like our man.
Jordan Poole.
Yeah, Jordan Poole, he on Ice Spice. He spent that on the girl or something. That's the kind of new, even though that's crazy to me, but that's what I'm expecting to hear from you. Not no guns and shit.
I kind of go back and forth on that because, like, I was listening to a guy. He was like, man, ain't that money for the trick off? I'm like, yeah.
I told you still level the trick. I wouldn't have spent $5,000.
I wouldn't either.
You talk about 5, 10, and $1 million, maybe.
But then again,
$5,000. We just said $5,000. Jordan Poole, he ain't got years and years of money. You just got this money. You giving it away to this motherfucker.
Then again, maybe in my mind, maybe is not that I wouldn't spend $500,000 on a girl. I just wouldn't spend $500,000 on that girl. But I'm sure there's a girl out there that I would.
At the gate?
Hey man.
I don't know about
me. You only live once.
I don't know about me at the gate.
Well, you a player, so.
Now get the fuck out of here.
A square-ass motherfucker like me, man. You know, them the kind of moves we gotta make and shit, nigga.
I ain't been no player since 1977. But that's the shit I expect him to be doing, though. Like my man Zion, Big Zion now. Big Zion got the young girl pregnant. And now he got the other girl on the internet. Motherfucker, you just spinning my mouth fucking me raw and shit. And now you got I'm like, hold on, I thought Zion was kind of square, but he got money.
Obviously not.
But he got money, though. So we still got to put that in the equation. He got paper.
He ain't got to go looking. That thing gonna find him.
Yeah, he got find. But I'm like, that's the shit I expect. Even though that's silly, I'm like, Zion, that's why he can't get healthy and shit. Cause he out here laying up.
Off.
Yeah, he up here laying up, letting these girls bounce on him. Cause you know when you got that kind of money, you ain't got to put in no work. You just lay back like this and shit. So he laying back eating zuzus and wham and letting these girls bounce on him. Now he done got this girl pregnant. Oh, he finna be fucking now. Shit, he young man. Shit. That motherfucking money. She laying that money up. Her mama, they gave each other high five. Got it, girl.
Like, it's just, it's like the story. The story is as old as time, but it keep happening and shit. Like motherfuckers keep falling into it.
Hey, cause it's like you watch this movie and shit, and you be like, this movie is almost like what you call. I mean, it's the same game, it's just different players. That's all.
And maybe
it's just different players. You know, because we got hindsight behind us, but. When they come up like that, then they're going to be a motherfucker come up behind him. Now she love me, Now she love me, OG. You be like, okay.
So, and maybe I'm thinking fucked up about this, but I just always felt like well, first of all, let me say this. always felt like I always was attracted to and went after a certain level of woman, right? And I always felt like as my income improved, as my knowledge improved, as my gift of gab improved, that the level of woman that I'm fucking with or going after is going to improve, right? These motherfuckers get a lot of money and they still be fucking with these hood ass girls and shit. Like, what the fuck is that?
Hey, y'all, and he gonna talk about here square. That was some player shit he just said.
like, damn, you know.
I'm gonna say my gift for gab improved.
Hey, man, you better let Ray have these motherfucking girls and move up, motherfucker, move up.
Exactly. If you're an NBA player, I mean, it's just me. I just feel like you said, you should be fucking with a CEO, somebody with their own law firm or some shit. You fuck with a motherfucker twerking on the motherfucking cars and shit. And I ain't, hey, if that's what you like, that's what you like, but that ain't on your level. But no matter how nobody try to say it, no, ain't nobody better than nobody else, but it is levels to this shit. It's levels.
But I'm gonna tell you what a lot of this is. A lot of these motherfuckers ain't never really had to go to school.
Yeah.
You know, they
don't know nothing.
They've been pampered.
Yeah, they don't know nothing.
They don't know shit. They can't.
Can they shelter them for that?
They can't even like make no conversation with a chick.
Can they
like
shelter
that.
them from a lot of that shit? Cause they be like, you don't need no girl distracted. You don't need to go outside because we got one thing in focus. So when they get that, they don't know none of that shit.
Like imagine a motherfucker like one of them motherfuckers trying to holler at a girl on the caliber, our girl Ebony K.
Yeah.
Now you know she done take a lot of heat and all that. But she a high level ass chick.
Yeah.
You know, ain't no.
She got her shit together financially. She ain't got no kids.
Got her
and
shit
shit
together.
Yeah.
So, regardless of what level you may be financially, intellectually, it's a certain level you got to be at to even begin to entertain fucking
at least
with her.
What we think. Yeah, that's what we think. Yeah, a woman like that, that's how you supposed. Vice versa with the women.
Absolutely.
You don't supposed to be fucking with no motherfucking jail. You gonna go get motherfucking jail. You got a law firm and shit. That shit don't even go hand in hand. Oh yeah, I'm gonna defend him being his lawyer and shit. A criminal. You fell in love with this motherfucking criminal. It just don't match up, man. Some shit just don't go together, man.
You know, he done bought this motherfucker
you know what I'm saying?
He bought this motherfucker phone. He planning robberies and shit on your shit.
G-Ball, no matter how good no motherfucker try to tell me it tastes, peanut butter and ketchup don't go together, man. You can't convince me like you eat the peanut butter and ketchup sandwich. It just don't go together.
Yeah, if you think that shit is cool, it don't make you smart. It just make you weird.
Exactly. That's what I'll be like. I was like, this motherfucker weird, motherfucker eat peanut butter and ketchup sandwich. But Zion Williamson, man, you better get your ass back on the court. Them people playing. I heard he getting into it, the vice president and them, because he didn't want to do some kind of workout program. But in all his defense, which he young, that's still crazy too. But I would have fell into that trap before that shit Ja doing. That shit Ja doing is silly. I expect you to be fucking with girls and getting caught up. You 23 years old, you got this money, and the motherfucker can trick you. He ain't doing this dumb shit. This is some silly ass shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think like Zion, to me, I kind of get the impression that he ain't really he ain't into basketball like we think he is or think he should be.
Obviously, he can't, cause he young.
Now,
I can see him losing love for it, but you young. You know what I'm saying?
Now, Ja, you know, you could tell
he
into the game.
He worked on his jump shot. You could see it.
And he put time in.
Yeah.
But I don't think people realize that even guys that we really look up to, you know, the MJs, the Kobes, the LeBrons, the Tim Duncans, the Birds, them guys who put maximum time into their craft, that aside, they still got a lot of fucking free time.
Yeah. Come on, dude.
You know what I mean?
If you ain't going to the finals, what the regular season win? I mean, you in the summer months, you in the good months too.
But even like just day to day, You know, you go to practice, you work out, practice during the season is an hour and a half.
Yeah, they ain't doing no
2 hours.
12-hour shifts like no regular.
And say they put in another hour or two or whatever.
Outside,
that's still a bunch of hours that the motherfucker ain't got shit to do. So yeah. And what do they say about the idle mind? That's the devil's workshop. Hey man, so
man. That motherfucking devil tap dancing and John here. Hey, do it. Pick up another gun. Next time, motherfucker gonna have an AK and shit. Hey, he gonna say, hey, the devil gonna be a hidden man. That motherfucker guns you had too little, man. You gotta get something bigger.
But Ja need to grow the fuck up because it's obvious.
And that's crazy.
It's obvious that the grown-ups around him ain't really grown.
That's crazy we say that because him and Zion Williamson played together in AAU together. And so they know each other. They both from South Carolina. Yeah, they both signed. Damn, I just thought about that. Hey, Zion, you better get it together too, motherfucker, because you going to be out the league.
Yeah, big ass and
shit. People going to get tired of you tricking them out money too, motherfucker. And your ass going to be out the league too, because all you doing is trying to trick them. Like G. Dillon said, you ain't demonstrated that you even love the game and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You young. You supposed to be wanting to play every day. Like, man, let me get out of here.
Because I'm like, my mind is that, all right, you done got hurt a couple of times, and they telling you, hey, dude, you too big, man. You know your body can't stand this NBA rigor. You got to do it. And then if I'm loving it like that, I'm doing whatever I can do to make sure I'm able to play, because that's the whole objective is to play, and that's what you love to do is play. But he seemed like he don't give a fuck about playing.
Don't he seem like that?
Yeah, he seemed like I'm cool. I'm just sitting over here, and you that motherfucker, you could damn near see him on the sideline getting bigger, just sitting there and shit.
Damn, G, you bogus as hell, man.
Man, fuck that, man. That motherfucker big as hell.
They got that money, man, to trick off, man, just like what you said.
And it's just, and I'll say this. As big as that motherfucker is, that shit is a marvel that motherfucker could get up and get off the ground like he can. As big as he is.
He a hell of an athlete and shit.
So imagine that motherfucker lose 30 pounds, 40 pounds.
He ain't gonna do it. That
motherfucker a goddamn monster out there.
He don't look like he gonna do it or trying to do it.
Because like last year, that first part of the season, that motherfucker was dominant.
Man, he ain't trying to. Man, these basketball players better together, man. Ja here flashing guns. Zion out here getting women pregnant and got the other girls arguing. Jordan Poole out here tricking off, trying to buy BBLs and shit. And BBLs.
It just make you appreciate a motherfucker like LeBron.
Yeah. Nah, they gon' that's all they'll get out of this. Come on, fuck LeBron and all that shit. They hate LeBron so much and shit. But
yeah, it's like these motherfuckers think my career was only 6 years long and shit. Yeah. They forget them trash years early on.
Yeah, like he just won 6 championships.
Yeah, they forget that first 6 or 7.
Speaking of Jordan Poole, the motherfucking BBL. Did you see DC Young's old lady? Rest in peace to Jacky Oh. Did you see DC Fly Young? They said she was getting a mommy makeover, which consists of shit like that, titty augmentation, booty. Fat transfer or whatever it is, and she died, man. They saying that's the rumor that she had complications after she went back to her hotel and they found her unresponsible and shit. She fine already, right? I mean, what you trying to do?
Like, I just don't get like what these girls be thinking, like that they need all this shit. That dudes. They just on the wrong track. Dudes just ain't giving a shit.
They always say how simple-minded and slow we is, but then they do all this shit. Who? You sure, motherfucker? If you knew we were slow, why you doing all that?
Because you thinking we way, some shit that would indicate you think we way more complicated.
But I ain't gonna lie to you, a lot of them do that for each other. They be in competition with each other.
That's all that shit is.
A lot. And that's sad because they got 3 kids. The youngest child was under 1. He ain't even 1 year old. And this lady in law, 32-year-old young lady, fine already.
Yeah, because I sent you the video.
Nice little shaper already.
You know about the famous doctor, plastic surgery doctor out of California. He was like, man, that's the most dangerous surgery, that BBL shit, with the highest mortality rate. Of any surgery, not just plastic surgery, of any surgery.
And they probably get more of that nowadays than any surgery.
You know, because of the veins involved and you moving this fat around. And if you get fat in these veins and they get to your vena cava, that takes one of the main veins that takes blood back to your heart. And if you get fat into that shit, it's over.
And the sad part, it's almost like what you just said about Zion. I'm like, I don't see how motherfuckers keep falling for that. That's why I say, because it's just like, people gonna still do it. You still get a bunch of women like, well, I got an appointment, or she ain't go to the right doctor, or she ain't do it. They make all these excuses, and why they still gonna do that shit. And you gonna have some more tragedies and some more tragedies.
And
they tell you that what surgery you need, regular surgery. They have you sign all the way. You know you can go under this knife, but that shit you need. Like, I gotta have this. You know what I'm saying? But they still let you know this is a risk. You get this open heart surgery, you might die in here and shit.
Dude, I don't know if I told you this story. This had to be, it's been a good number of years ago. I had shoulder surgery. So I had hurt my shoulder playing shooting hoop and whatnot.
He was hacking motherfuckers. You want to shoot?
No, I got hacked and shit.
Get the fuck
but anyway,
out.
I went like for a number of years with the injury, and then it just kept getting progressively worse. And then finally, I went in to have it looked at, and they told me, dude, you got a tear here and a tear there, and this is fucked up, and blah blah blah. So I'm like, all right, cool. So the guy that was doing the surgery, I knew a couple of people that worked at the hospital. So I asked if they knew him, and they like, oh no, that he's the real deal, top notch guy, shit that you can't have none about. So I'm feeling good about that. So now I got in my mind, I hear about like these arthroscopic surgeries that, they just give you a local anesthetic and then you basically awake and all of that. So I'm thinking I'm not going to have to go to sleep and shit for this shit, right? So I get to the hospital and I'm laying there. They get me prepped and whatnot. And the anesthesiologist comes in. He's like, yeah, we're getting ready to give you a little something to make you drowsy. And then, when you get in there, we're going to put the mask on you and have you do this and blah, blah, blah. And so you can go to sleep. I was like, go to sleep. I was like, I didn't think I was going to be able to go to sleep. So now I'm all...
I'm scary ass.
So now I'm all scared and shit,
you
right?
scared, you did it.
Oh, hell yeah.
That motherfucker scared to go to sleep. Big old soft ass.
So, my old lady
Pause.
at the time...
Pause.
She, the doctor, so the anesthesiologist, he was like, well, that's what he got you down for, so I can't really deviate from what he said.
Scary ass nigga here, scared to go to sleep.
He calls the doctor in. So like I already, from just my previous appointments and from the people that I talked to and all that, I got a lot of confidence in the surgeon and shit, right? Man, dude coming there, he looked at me, he's like, look at man. He's like, this shit I'm getting ready to do to you, trust me, you do not want to be awake for this shit. I was like,
motherfucker, you gonna wish you was dead if I get to popping this shit and you woke, goddammit.
And then I kind of thought about it. I'm like, man, this is my shoulder. All this shit gonna be
it already hurt
right next to my head.
And it already hurt. So imagine when he get to fucking with it.
Because they had to like cut out a piece of bone. They had to do a bunch of shit right to my shoulder. My shoulder was fucked up.
I think I could try you. You broke down and whoop your ass up.
So he was like, I was like, all right, cool,
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's something you have to have. You ain't finna just go get nothing like, oh, well, I don't like my nose 10. I'm finna go get my nose. I'm finna go into anesthesia and get my nose. You go to surgery when you have to.
Yeah.
That's what I was always taught growing up. They say, can you deal with the pain like that? Because I wouldn't recommend surgery. They tell you that when it's like, well, you want to have surgery. They try to tell you if you can deal with it like that, you got range and shit.
Yep.
We don't suggest surgery because that shit can go wrong a lot of time. And that's regular shit. This is super dangerous more than that.
Yep.
Surgery, because like you said, they fuck with all these veins and all this shit, blowing shit up, putting shit where it don't belong.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You get shit injected in you and shit.
Cause they give you the real. They give you the real.
Yeah.
I got a tear in my knee right now, and they're like, dude, we recommend that you really don't do nothing about it because
if you can deal with it, deal with it.
It could be worse.
Yeah.
If we go in and mess with it, you could end up in worse.
I showed you my man from
situation.
Oklahoma and shit when they did the surgery on his back and he was calling them over. They said for like a month, like my shit worse. He got so frustrated, he went up there and killed the doctor and shit.
Yeah.
Cause the doctor looking like, I gave you some pain. I don't know what else you want me to do and shit. And this, they said like he was just like, man, I'm in excruciating pain. And this after the surgery and shit.
Yeah.
I always heard that though. They be like, how bad is it? Like, you think you need surgery? They ask you that like, you think you could deal with it? We don't recommend this shit. Cause like you said, it can go wrong and
because
be worse
both my parents had knee replacement surgeries, and
my mama just had one.
And they knees have been going bad for years, but they were like, they won't give you that surgery until you
gotta need it.
Until you just absolutely cannot stand the discomfort.
So you know how many waivers they making these girls sign for BBL? They probably signed 1 million waivers.
Man, and then
because you don't even need this. You know what I'm saying?
And then you got these motherfuckers going like to the Dominican Republic and shit.
Oh, they ain't even got that thing.
Like, what the fuck?
Going in Dominican Republic, motherfucker backyard and shit. Cause they going anywhere and shit, trying to get a big ass. Ain't that crazy though? And I don't know exactly what Jacky Oh did and shit. I don't want to like bash her name or nothing, but ladies, love yourself. You gotta love yourself, man. Like, I mean, like we said, she was a pretty girl anyway. Like, what? I mean,
yeah, she was a cutie pie.
I mean, what are you trying to do and shit?
And like, I mean, how do I say this and not offend anybody? Well, fuck it. It's all kinds of asses out here.
That motherfucker always be like, fuck it.
It's all kinds of asses out here.
What kind they got out here, G Dilla?
Man, some of them kind of round, some of them a little flat, some of them a little wide, some of them a little taller. There's all kinds of asses out here.
You got a tall ass, man. That's crazy as hell.
God damn it. DJ 1011, I like every last one of them.
Even the tall one?
Even the tall ones.
How you got a tall ass, though? So do they got a longer wipe when they wipe their ass?
You have to ask one of them. I ain't got that in depth with it. That's too much motherfucking information. I don't need it.
When you lick the booty crack, do you gotta get how long you gotta lick it?
How many does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Motherfucker, I don't know. I wasn't counting.
But yeah, it's always gonna be some motherfuckers out here love your ass. No matter, you know what I always tell you. When I ain't gonna say people ugly, but when we see somebody probably ain't our type of shit, we be like, it's a motherfucker coming here and kill you about that motherfucker.
Oh, man.
Like, you fucking with my girl, and they love that motherfucker. Man. So it's always motherfuckers out here gonna love you for who you is.
I told you years ago, my pop, man, I was young, man. I said some shit about an ugly girl. My pop said, oh.
Yeah, you can't.
Ain't no such thing.
Ain't no such thing.
He said, ain't no such thing as an ugly woman, man. He said, it's just one that you don't necessarily like. He's like, but this motherfucker out there, like you say, will kill you over that motherfucker.
Because the motherfucker might see your old lady like, she all right.
Yeah, she just all right.
Yeah, ain't nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's what and the message all we trying to say, ladies, is you don't got to do all of that shit.
And then this is what women just don't seem to understand, that it more than anything, it's just your vibe and your flow.
To me,
and that vibe, that sex appeal that you have, all that other shit, it's all that shit goes away.
I told you they do it for each other, man.
All that shit goes away.
And then just think about when they get older, you probably gonna have that shit been to travel to your heart. Yeah. This type of fluids and all this silicone and shit.
I seen your boy 50 Cent. He's like, man, if your claim to fame, if your calling card is your looks, he said,
you fuck.
He said, you gonna do some whole shit.
You fuck.
That's all that is. If that's all you got to offer.
I always say, like you said, how I'm gonna say this, but fuck it. I always say, you selling pussy. You high price hooker.
And
that's all most of them Instagram girls is. Not saying her, but that's what most of them are.
And I've said this to you in the past. I'm 61. I'm 61 years old. I done dated and been married. I've been married. I'm on my second marriage. I done dated a bunch of women, and though none of them look the same, but to me they all was fine as hell. So this shit that they talk about, just trying to get to this ideal, like. I don't understand that. All y'all motherfuckers want to look the same. You be looking at, like you look at one of them housewife shows. All them motherfuckers look the same. They all look like cartoon characters.
So all you telling me is you'll hit anything. What you do? Look at his face. Hey, she did it. That nigga said, I love them all and shit. They all fat to me.
Anything might be opening it up too wide.
Too wide. He said, I got to narrow it a little bit.
Yeah, you probably had to narrow it down a little bit.
Hey, G, you silly, man. You
But
a silly dude.
let me put it this way. I have a range. I'm attracted to a wide variety of types of women.
Okay, you better rephrase.
Have been attractive to me.
Because you might have anybody in your inbox, man. You better rephrase it.
Well, I mean,
you might have a motherfucker ain't got no job, none of that shit. She in your inbox and shit, or she live at her mama house and shit. She with 8 kids. If you willing to go to blows with that motherfucker at my house, more power to you. Cause I ain't trying to fuck with her. Scary. I tell you, scary ass, man.
Hell yeah, shit.
But nah, you don't need no BBLs and shit. I mean, the era. I don't know. I mean, I'm not 23. I'm not 25 or none of that. I ain't 20 nothing. But I guess it's just the era they growing up with. Cause when we grew up, I mean, everybody want thick and shit. They ain't have BBLs. Everybody ain't had no big ass booty when we was growing up. I mean, you like motherfucker like you said, they was pretty or they had a decent personality or, you know what I'm saying, or they was cool to kick it with and y'all can talk. That's what we grew up on and shit. Because everybody went all shaped up and shit. I mean, back then, I fight anybody about, back then, women took better care of themselves for their natural body and they wasn't getting all out of shape and shit. I fight about that, but all of them, they have big asses and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They took better care. They took more pride in how they look going in public and going out and all that shit. They was well. And that's another motherfucker thing I was talking about. Yeah, they, they took pride and all that about going in public, how they look and all that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, so I just want to say rest in peace to Jacky Oh, DC, Young Flag and his kids, man. I know it's
thoughts and prayers.
I know it's a hard time, man, and I don't even know if my man gonna be the same because he a playful ass guy, and that could put a damper on you, man. And that's how he make his money. So hopefully he can come up out of this, take some time to himself and with his kids to come up out of this. Rest in peace, baby girl. You know what I'm saying? But just what I was saying, like going out in motherfucking public. Looking all crazy, like my mama be like, man, why she got that little shirt on? Her stomach be hanging out and shit. Motherfucker be going with these bonnets on, house coats, and they be out at the dentist's office. Like we was talking about that lady had a dental office, and she said no bonnets on the sign, no bonnets, no house shoes, and shit like that, no house robe. And people got mad about that shit. And so you gonna be in the dentist's office with a motherfucking house robe or that house shoes, give your motherfucking tooth pulled, huh? What you think about that, G Dillon?
Man, it boiled down to one thing, bro. These young motherfuckers don't have no fucking class.
Ghetto. That shit is ghetto.
They have turned hood shit
into our shit.
Into all
like that black
shit.
culture.
Like it used to be like that hood shit. Motherfuckers were striving to get the fuck away, as far away from that
it's
shit.
Like they try to get to it now, ain't that crazy?
Nah, they like, ooh, the hood shit, that's what we want to be.
Like Steven Jackson, all that went to O Block. These ain't nothing but kids and teenagers. And why the fuck is you in O Block and shit?
Like I showed you them pictures, man, of my people, man, back in the day, and going to them formal dinner dances and cruises and
I can't show you no
parties and
I can't
shit.
show you no picture with my mom and old man, and ain't he have on his nice leather jacket or his slacks and shit.
Yeah.
Like I said, they weren't even wearing jeans and shit like that.
Motherfuckers trying to be sharp all the time, and even if you ain't
at least outside,
even if you ain't sharp, you going outside presentable.
At least outside.
Yeah,
these motherfuckers be calling themselves going outside like this. Like they be running to the grocery store, went to the dentist's office. Like, bro, this what you running around in?
These motherfuckers out here grimy.
And then they got mad at the dental lady, and they got all on social media trying to bash her business. Don't fuck with this lady. She's black shaming. And the girl like, bonnets and slippers and robes in public is happening. No, don't affiliate that with me because I'm black. That ain't, no, what the fuck y'all talking about black shaming?
Man, I remember, it's been some years ago. Man, some cats, we was looking at like a magazine or something, And it was like around that era when they was fucking with NBA players. You know, they was telling motherfuckers, y'all can't be out here dressing like bums and shit on the sideline. Y'all gotta
represent us.
Y'all gotta wear suits. Y'all gotta, you had a couple of players want to wear warm-up suits, and most want to wear the baggy jeans with the big-ass T-shirts and shit and all that. So I'm looking at some pictures of motherfucker talking about, man, shit, I don't know why you complain, man. That's our culture. Motherfucker, that's your culture.
Exactly.
My culture, and like them pictures I showed you, I said, that's my culture, some classy-ass shit. That bum-ass shit, y'all niggas can keep that all to yourself. I would have had nothing to do with it.
Like I said, I wear sports attire and shit, but motherfucker gonna be like, nah, it's presentable. Motherfucker, I ain't finna go just like that. I ain't finna go to the funeral wearing a do-rag.
Like I told
they
you.
think that shit for everywhere. That shit is to lay your hair down.
Yeah.
If you hooping or if you sleep or something, keep your braids and your waves intact. When you go to a funeral, you don't start walking there with the fucking do-rag on. That ain't how you supposed to do that shit. That ain't how that shit go. I don't give a fuck what nobody tell you. Oh, ain't no rules to this shit. It's rules to this shit. They ain't got to be written or nothing. It's rules to this shit, man.
You ever look at like one of them, like the BET Awards or some shit like that?
Yeah,
that shit look like a pimp hooker convention. What the fuck is that? Like, what the fuck is that? Who?
And it's our people, too, man. There you go, man.
Like, goddamn. Damn.
Yeah, nah, I mean.
How far we have fallen.
Ain't nobody gonna be out here and say, if a motherfucker be out here and say, I seen 10-11 out here, he was looking real bad. I say to my Walmart, I'm gonna be on drugs. It ain't gonna be no regular motherfucker. Cause that's what I think about you when I see you out here. I say, motherfucker must be on drugs. Exactly. I don't think you no regular, logical thinking motherfucker out here with no bunny and a house coat on.
If you see me out here raggedy and fucked up like that,
you getting high now.
I'm crawling up out the car after a car accident.
Yeah, you getting high. So I'm like, this motherfucker G Dillon getting high or something. Cause I know he can't be thinking right. He out here like that. And that's exactly what I'm going to think. And guess what? When I was coming up, that's who was out there like that. It was a motherfucker who doing drugs. It wasn't no regular motherfucker. You got regular motherfuckers out here doing that shit like, dude, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying?
It's just...
I don't give a fuck what people think about me. You should care more about yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And now you got dudes out here walking around with these big-ass bonnets and shit on. And like, what the fuck? Like it just... It's like the shit get to a low point.
Oh, that shit funny.
And then motherfuckers sitting at home and they looking at social media and they like, I think I can get lower than that.
That's what it seems like too.
And then they go lower than another nigga he at home.
He got to top it. He got to top it. Yeah.
No, we can get substantially lower than that.
Hey, top it. Hey, if y'all see 10-11 out here like that, though, G Dillon smack the shit out of me. I ain't finna be out here like that.
Yeah, I'm on the pipe and shit.
And then when we go to certain things, it's certain type for certain places. You ain't gonna see me like y'all see me on here wearing my baseball cap, my t-shirt. You ain't gonna see me at no wedding or no motherfucking funeral like this. You know what I'm saying? I just ain't gonna do it.
And maybe I'm a super square, but I can't even fuck with these motherfuckers like on ESPN with a suit and some gym shoes on.
Yeah, you told me that.
I just can't.
Can't get with it. It just don't go together. Hey, it's the peanut butter and ketchup sound. It just don't go together.
I can't fuck with it. I don't give a fuck how much them shoes cost you, motherfucker. Them gym shoes.
So yeah, they think be very comfortable, but you're gonna have to find you some comfortable dress shoes. You saying? Cause most of them, let's be honest, most of them probably is millionaires. 80% of them. So you can get some shoes made that's dressy if you want.
They got a. I think it's down in Atlanta or Memphis, somewhere down south. There's a shoe store that specializes in shoes.
They make dress shoes and shit. They're comfortable. If you got money.
But you know
I
me
agree with you. I mean, I agree. I'm younger than you, but I agree with you. Gym shoes don't go with a suit and shit. That's how a lot of motherfuckers going on prom and shit now.
You know me for a minute, and damn near every time I come to do one of these shows, I have on a different pair of shoes. Yeah, cause I like shoes, and I take pride in my shoe collection, and I take pride in the fact that I feel like I got a decent shoe collection, and I ain't spent no shit ton of money either. Yeah. because you know I'm a bargain shopper. You know I'm cheap than I'm up. I'm a bargain shopper, so I like nice brands.
So guess what?
But I'm trying to get him at the end of the season and shit.
So if G Dillo, it ain't gonna happen. But if he ever leave his old lady, just know he ain't spending that $500,000 like he just told y'all. He lied. He lied, so don't fall for it. He spent no $500,000.
I spent $500,000 on some shoes before I do one of these crazy ass girls out here and shit. That ain't no
But
lie.
no, yeah, you just gotta look presentable and shit, man.
Act like you give a fuck. That's what my mother used to tell me. Act like you need to be out here like you give a damn.
I came out in the era where my mama wasn't letting me go out like that. If I go see my mama right now, she see me with that shit on. She don't like, is you? What's wrong with you? She gonna think I'm sick or something wrong. She gonna be like, what's wrong? I'm gonna be like, what you mean? She gonna say, why you got that on? That's what she gonna say.
I can leave out the house ashy. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
And now that I've gotten older, I'll leave out the house a little ashy, especially like in the
to
summer.
Make a quick run and shit.
Like in the summer and shit when it's hot.
You ain't going nowhere thinking you hanging out though. These motherfuckers be going outside like this.
Nah.
Like moving around, making 8, 9 different runs with bunnies and shit on their head. Like you be like, nah, I'm gonna be running around the way I ain't gonna wear this and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like I can't even imagine what the conversation would be if like me and my dudes was like we hanging out, you know, we drinking a few beers and kicking it and shit and watching the game. And the nigga walk up in there with a bonnet on and shit. Like, motherfucker, what the fuck are you doing?
You know how they say the DJ stopped the right? That's how that shit gonna be. Everybody gonna be looking at him like, why y'all stop talking? Why
the motherfucking game just stop and shit? Like,
you gonna be like, why y'all stop talking? What the fuck you think? You looked in the mirror before you left out that motherfucker?
Oh man, I'm trying to keep my dreads straight and shit.
Alright.
Yeah, alright, motherfucker.
Nah, some shit just don't go. Like I said, peanut butter and ketchup. Can't nobody convince me that they go together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just don't go together. So I mean, to each his own. But you ain't gonna see me with no motherfucker. I'm in the car looking this way, and it's my homie on the side of me with a bunny. 9 times out of 10, he ain't gonna be my homie. Cause we just don't got shit in common like that. I just, like you said, I'm trying to level up. Don't think I'm better than you. I'm just trying to be better at the game of life than that.
No, fuck that, man. I'm better than that bullshit. Fuck that. I'm better than that bullshit.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. But nah, y'all got to do better, man. Y'all got to do better. Y'all try to bash that lady because she don't want y'all in there with bonnet. This a dentist's office. So if I got other upstanding lawyers who really spending money, you finna be in here trying to bargain with me about a root canal. You gonna argue with me. Oh, man, you don't want y'all on this shit about a root canal.
Well,
so.
It's just weird how shit changes. Cause I'm old enough to where I remember when motherfuckers used to dress up to get on an airplane and shit.
Now they dressed up, period. That's what they did.
Like,
if you watch all them old movies and shit, the movies represent the culture for the most part. They ain't doing shit that ain't going on. That's how you relate to movies. So if you watch most of the old movies, they got on slacks. Women got on dresses and heels and shit. That's how they was. All the time and shit. Yep. They going to the front door, answer the door, they got on heels and the dress and shit. You looking like, so you do that right now, motherfucker be like, what the fuck you think you going to shit?
I got a picture. It's like one of my favorite pictures with me and my mother. I was a shorty, probably, 8, 9, 10. Cause I was
young G Dillon.
Because I was shorter than my mother at the time.
And he was lowercase G at that time.
And like my mother, we were at the airport, getting ready to get on a plane to go to Texas to visit my people in Texas. And my mother had on like a pantsuit, and I had on like a jean, like kind of a jean outfit with like a shirt and whatnot. And and like my old man had on like a polo and a cardigan and shit. Now, man, these mothers be getting on the plane. They be in flip-flops and booty shorts.
Yeah,
and tank tops and shit. And I'm like, oh, damn.
I guess it's safe to say we old school.
Oh.
It's safe to say, man. And
I'm just trying to figure out why does new always have to equal shitty?
And that's what I'm saying. Depending on who you talking to, because them young motherfuckers be like, oh, you feel like it's shitty.
Oh, you just worried about the wrong shit.
Yeah. Oh, you feel like it's shitty, motherfucker. It look better than them tight ass slacks you wear and shit. They'll try to convince you that. So that's why I don't even argue with him. Guess what? I just stay in my lane, man. I don't try to get in the fast lane and drive. Hey, I'm driving Miss Daisy now. I'm him, the one they blow and go around.
I mean, but like,
She done let me for real though. I'm the one they blow and go around now.
But I feel like, I mean, I don't feel like I'm stuck in the past.
You don't feel like that, but you talk to one of them young motherfuckers.
Okay, like Suits, like me and Suits have gone through several changes. Like I remember, like Michael Jordan. When he first came, he wearing them big ass baggy suits and all that. Mm-hmm. Suits ain't there no more. Motherfucker shit is closely tailored and tighter and all that shit. I'm good with that because it's a motherfucking suit. Got on a tie, nice shirt, pants, shoes, all that.
How long ago that was though?
But even now, I mean, when it comes to dress attire, but now motherfucker wanna fuck it up and wear some gym shoes and shit. I'm out here trying to wear some motherfucking Meslin gators and shit. He motherfuckers out here with some gym shoes, some motherfucking Air Force Ones and shit. What the fuck?
Some young motherfuckers gonna tell you, ain't nobody wearing no gators. That old ass shit.
Yeah, all right, motherfucker. Yeah, you keep playing on there, player, because this is where I'm at.
Stay in your lane, man. That's what I tell you, man. We old folks now, man. Me too. I'm old folks. They call me Unc. They call you OG. They call me Unc. That's old shit, man. What up, OG? That's how they gonna call you and shit. We ain't 10 and G to the young folk. No. We Unc and OG. So, you know, I mean.
We just some old square ass motherfuckers.
Yeah, so I stay out their way, man. Because they silly and they ignorant and shit. But we gonna get ready.
I still reserve the right to talk shit about their ass. So
I know that's why we stay here in our lane. We ain't going in the middle no more trying to talk shit about them.
I got you.
We stay right here. You know, I want to talk about one more thing before we get up out of here. Did you see the young lady who lost her life in Florida with the 4 kids?
Oh yeah, the old ass white lady and shit shot her through the door and shit.
Yeah, the old white lady shot her through the door and shit. What the fuck was that all about? And what her kids say she arguing with the kids?
And they saying they had kind of been at it for years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I wonder like exactly what was the origin behind that shit. It was just silly and shit.
First of all, it just seemed like this motherfucker been living next to this old cracker for a long time. And people make decisions based on a lot of different factors. But like it just seemed like if that's their I guess I would have been looking to get the fuck away from there and shit.
If it's that toxic.
If it's that toxic.
Yeah, that's me too. Because guess what? I wouldn't even be thinking you finna kill me. I don't want to kill you is what I would have been thinking. Like,
especially
let me get away from
she out here messing with the kids and talking shit and all that. And who wants to be around that? But, I mean, we don't know all the
we don't know the details of it.
And what's been really going on. But it just sounds like they've been having issues for a long time. And that whatever reports you read states that they've been having some back and forth shit going on. Now, how it just sunk to this level of violence is, I guess, needs to be talked about and explained. But I did read today that they arrested the lady.
Yeah, they charged her with manslaughter.
Because I was watching The Breakfast Club a couple of days ago, and they were talking about how the authorities had not released a woman's name.
Yeah, they hadn't released her name. Shit.
But that, people knew who she was, but nobody was really saying anything because they were trying to see how long the police were going to try to protect her because that's the kind of the way it seemed. Because if it's somebody black doing that shit, they throwing that name out there right away.
I heard and the young lady's name is AJ Owens. Rest in peace to AJ
And see, her name is out there. I still haven't heard the lady's name.
No, I don't know her name, but rest in peace to AJ Owen. But I heard her sister had already got the information and released it, like a picture of the lady before they did. They didn't want to do it though, but they released it now. But the sister was on it and shit. But I'm like, how is that stoop to that level of violence where she get killed and shit?
I guess, like I heard somebody talking about how, like the guy that killed the Michael Jackson impersonator in New York on the train. And somebody was saying, right away, mother said they were scared. Well, just being scared don't give you the right to kill somebody. Cause that guy in New York, he hadn't laid hands on nobody and then he acting silly.
Yeah, guess what, G Dillon? Motherfuckers talk all that tough shit all they want to. Me no punk bitch, but I've been in a situation. I'll be like, man, I can't wait to get the fuck up out of here. And shit,
Yeah.
you be thinking like that and shit. Like, man, this shit just don't seem right.
And now these.
So everybody, and now I mean, I killed motherfuckers.
They
and
shooting
shit.
people through the door and
Yeah,
all that old shit. Like damn. But here we are, and people in leadership roles in this country are saying how are acting like all this is the way it should be, with all these guns and this damn all this anger and animosity and all this shit. And what I'm trying to get people to understand out here is these motherfuckers in Congress and all this shit, they not living like that. They living a completely different life. They not out here at Walmart. They not at Target. They not out here shopping. They living in gated communities. They not worried about the same shit that you worried about. You trying to take your cues from them. They out here on some dumb shit and got you buying into this dumb ass shit.
I agree with that.
And living in this unsafe ass environment.
I agree with that.
When they got security, they live in gated communities, they kids going to private schools. Like we talking about during COVID, they can tell you, oh, this mask shit is all bullshit and da-da-da. They kids going to private schools, mask mandatory. But they out here telling you that ain't some shit that you need to be doing, that it don't make no difference and all of those shit. But they sending their kids to a school where that shit is mandatory. And they got you idiots out here thinking that shit is okay and that all this shit is okay. And it's just not.
But like, I can't blame other motherfuckers. That be them doing that dumb shit. Cause like you said, like you told me this just the other day. Like you said, the internet a motherfucker. So if you want to know shit and all that, you can research. That shit is right there. Like, you ain't got to be out here listening. Oh, that's what they told me. Yeah. I can't give you that excuse and shit. Like, it ain't no time to be no motherfucking dummy. Like you said, you got all this shit at your fingertips, man. Yeah. Instead of looking at porn and looking at how to get a bigger ass or some dreadlocks, you need to be researching some of this motherfucking shit.
And I will say this, that the biggest problem I think is people don't have enough self-awareness, and a lot of people look for the information that validates how they feel. They're not really looking for, they're not just looking
to learn.
Yeah, they're not looking for the truth.
They trying to get something to back their bullshit up.
They feel a certain way about
and they trying to find something to back their bullshit.
And the internet
look, it said it is,
that.
G. Yeah, nah.
And oftentimes, it's some motherfucker just like you and me sitting at home in their drawers, making some shit up and putting it out there. And, see, I told you, I knew it. I knew that's what it was. And now this motherfucker running around like he done discovered time and shit.
But yeah, I did.
And then all of these idiots who feel the same way get together, and then they circulating this other motherfucker's bullshit. So now this motherfucker making money off of their dumb ass. It's just a big ass clusterfuck.
I just don't know. I just don't know how these four babies lost their mother.
And then they be sending shit. They be saying shit that just don't even make no logical damn sense. Just think about it. It don't even make mathematical sense. Oh yeah, I knew it. I knew that's what it was all along. And you
don't get a bunch of motherfuckers saying, "Hey, I know it wasn't a toy that Ja had, yo."
Yeah, all right, whatever. Okay. But that ain't what is the toy gun? That ain't the point.
The world got more fucked up people than good people, so you know that. That's why the world in turmoil. If the world had more better people, it'll be a great place. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll tell you this. I had to disagree with you on that.
Nah, okay.
I think that more often than not, the fucked up motherfuckers just tend to be more vocal, and
I ain't gonna agree with you on that.
And the motherfuckers who ain't fucked up, they just busy living their life and doing what they got to do. They ain't really got time to be focusing on that shit.
I ain't gonna agree with you. We're gonna disagree on that. It's a lot.
Say they all fucked up.
Oh shit! It's a lot of silly motherfuckers and shit. I'm telling you, man. This world, we thinking about when we came up and shit. Man, it's some silly motherfuckers. It's some silly motherfuckers.
I know. It's a
lot.
I know it's a lot of silly motherfuckers.
Go ahead and talk to the majority of motherfuckers.
I hold that hope and feel like
you hold that hope
that it's just it ain't as many as it seems like it is. Because it seems like every other motherfucker is fucked up.
That's what you want to believe.
Hey man, you know what they say, whatever it takes to get you through the night.
But like I said, rest in peace to AJ Owens. I don't know how them babies lost their mama. Y'all gotta stop this shit. Of course we're gonna feel like it's some racial shit, but I don't know the ins and outs. I just know, how did it even lead to that? Like you said,
goddamn it, take them dumbass wigs and bonnets and shit off, goddamn it, and act like you got some damn upbringing.
And he ain't talking about AJ Owens. You just saying in general. And stop letting them people inject all this bullshit after the doctor told you it was unsafe. I mean, y'all see it before. That's why I'm telling you, silly motherfucker. They see it time and time again. They be like, oh, she went to the wrong doctor. She ain't do what they say do. And just, they make all the excuses, but they can still do the shit.
I mean, cause the list are like no motherfuckers who have died from plastic surgery.
I know a person personally, not even just reading it. I know somebody for real went for ass and all that and died. Got a bad infection.
You got Kanye's mother. DJ, Young Fly's wife.
Yeah, it just happens, man. It happens.
It's been some others.
They tell you all the time, man, if you don't need no surgery, don't get. The doctors tell you that. Like, you don't need it. Don't. So we know you don't need no big ass. You want that. That's a want. That's cosmetic. That's what they call it, cosmetic. Getting lips and all that, your nose did. Eyes, motherfucker getting dab put in their eyes, change their eye color. Like, you motherfuckers. You think I'm gonna fuck with my eye? This is my sight. Like, is you fucking crazy?
Yeah, like, how do you get to that point and say, stick this needle in my eye? Shit.
And inject it with some ink, some dye and shit. Oh, my fucking God. You lost your goddamn... Hey, I ain't doing it. At the 1011 Showcast, me and G Dillon do not advocate for that. Well, what's going on, G? What you got to say to people? You know, man, we gonna get out here. These people, we are like, they be talking shit.
I'm going to tell y'all, like I always tell you, love yourself, love one another. Treat everybody like you want to be treated. And black people, we got to get our class back. We got to get our standards back in order. All this walking around and pajamas and bonnets and slippers and shit, that ain't us. And how we got to this point, I guess, is irrelevant. But we need to quit that shit. That shit ain't nothing but fucked up and looks shitty and trashy. And
that's definitely what it looks to me.
It's some motherfuckers out here who been trashy all along, but I don't know why the fuck we trying to follow them.
Exactly. That's exactly. I couldn't have said it better. And I'm gonna tell y'all, hey, life is what you make it. Oh, y'all be looking for somebody to rescue you or help you out. This motherfucker, he ain't trying to help me, or we get this new president here, it gonna be like this. No, life is what you make it. So you got to be aggressive for shit you want and shit you want to make happen. You got to be aggressive about it. You can't sit back and think, oh, it's just gonna fall out the sky because you prayed to God. And if y'all believe in that, you read the Bible and it say he helped those help himself. You can't just sit back, oh, well, I prayed to you, God, and you should have did this. No, it don't work like that. Or we voted Trump out, so we should have this. No, it don't work like that. So get up off your ass and stop fucking on this social media all day and make shit happen. And build some of that generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold y'all all day, but you know, that's all I had to say. I'm your host, DJ 1011, my co-host.
G Dillon.
And we is out of these. Yeah.